Nice.
Make sure it's working.
I think it's working.
Oh, good.
I don't think they can hear you.
You could before.
Maybe a little bit. Alrighty, everybody. So, I guess I could show off. Did we complete this? I can't remember if we completed this while we were drawing. So here's
It was almost done. And then
we're
you had
doing
it
the
on-
Barbenheimer on the Grant Morrison, Andy Kubert Batman 655. And so here is the Oppenheimer version. Here's the Barbie version. So, anywho, that's where we were last time. Turned out nice. This is what we're doing today. Hopefully it'll turn out nice too. We got Joy in the background.
I'm back.
You're back. How you been, hon?
I've been good.
Oh yeah?
Yes.
Yeah. Alright.
Just running and gunning, isn't that what you say?
Running and gunning. And Joy's got a whole list of stuff to talk about because she loves to talk while I draw.
I do like to talk. He has to edit what I talk about because he doesn't think people want to hear about recipes and meal planning and canning and crafts.
We did can
and
some
Halloween
some
and
salsa,
Christmas and
which is my favorite.
we did. We made salsa. We went and got 2 boxes, which was each box was half a bushel, so a whole bushel of tomatoes, and did
Bushel and a peck.
a bushel and a peck. Yeah, and we did how many? We did 31 pints of salsa and 9 half pints of chili sauce, which goes awesome on meatloaf. But I know you're all like really dying to know this information.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, this is why I don't get to pick topics.
Yeah.
Chad has to edit them.
Well, I'm pretty sure. Flirty Mango says, howdy, how's it going? We're doing good. We're just drawing some Batman books, some Batman commissions. And talking about salsa. So now, how much more salsa do we have this year than last year? Because last year we ran out.
Last year we had 24. So
And this
we
one
still
we have
need to do
31.
some more. We just don't have time right now.
Okay.
We'll have to see about, I don't know, Labor Day weekend or something like that. That was always a tradition when I was growing up, that Labor Day weekend we would always do corn, not salsa. We would always do canning, bottling, freezing, stuff like that. And I always thought that's why it was called Labor Day weekend, because we had to labor. And then when we were done, we would go to the county fair.
That sounds like fun.
It was fun. We would like watch the parade and the rides, and it was smaller county at the time. So anyway, we knew a lot of people that had like the vendors and stuff. It was the local churches, a lot of them that did it, and so a lot of stuff. That's when I was growing up. It's probably changed a whole lot since then, but
In Cedar, you think it's really changed that much?
it was in Pair 1.
Ah. You think it's changed since Parowan?
No, it's still in Pair 1. It's just that it's like a lot of people have moved in since then. Like
Mm-hmm.
probably over doubled since.
Oh, you think
I grew up.
Parowan's doubled?
No, all of Iron County has
All of
doubled.
Iron
It's a
County.
county fair,
Oh,
not.
County fair, okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
Did you ever go to county fairs when you were growing
No,
up?
I did not. I did not.
We're not fun.
Well, it's Las Vegas. I mean,
Where do they have the county fair in Las Vegas?
I think they have it in Overton.
Really? Huh. Who came to say hi?
Boo did come to say hi. I think Boo
I'm
needs to go
finally getting on.
to the bathrooms.
Well, the girls are home, so
Oh,
they
good.
can take care of it. We had a fun last Friday.
Oh, we did. Oh,
Casey got her wisdom teeth out.
yeah, we could talk about how fun that was.
Well, the thing that's fun about it is when it's like, oh, the last child, you don't have to worry about it anymore. Although she only got 3 removed instead of 4. So
Yeah, they
there's
couldn't
still
get all of
one
them
we
out as much as we wanted them to.
Still one we got to worry about.
Yeah, she has one that's like, if they take it out, they are afraid it might punch through her sinuses.
Because it's way high up.
It's really high up. But since it's high up, they don't want to take it out.
They'll see if it descends.
Oh, I got the
Fun
wrong
stuff,
marker. I got the
having
wrong
kids,
marker.
Fun stuff.
Well, it's always fun when you have kids.
Yeah, it is. It
Alright.
is.
Let's see. Hold on. I got the wrong marker. Let's put the sepias away. And I'm sorry I got this light like right in front of my face, but let's see. Maybe I can move it
So
back.
what are you drawing?
Drawing Harley. Well, I'm drawing
Well, I know
Margot
who,
Robbie Harley.
But I'm wondering why and what it's for.
It's just
Just a commission, or is it one you're going to put up for...
stuff for whatnot.
Okay, so this is just one that you're thinking of that you've designed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, awesome.
Boy, what happened to all my size 1 pins? 5, 5, and that's sepia. Oh, there it is. Let's see it. Okay, hold on. These are microns, if anyone's interested in what pins I'm using. So, the ones I grabbed were accidentally sepia, and I want black.
I do not see you on Facebook.
You don't see me on Facebook?
I'm not.
You know, I'm having a lot of problems because my computer is Windows 10, and now iCloud doesn't work on it. So,
Really?
yeah.
Oh, that means we get it. Oh, I found you.
Did you? Good. All
It
right.
was on Chad Harden, or not Chad Wayne Harden.
Oh, is it normally on Chad Wayne Harden?
I don't know. I just searched Chad.
Meow, 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 meow.
So,
So anyway, Tacy was not her brother wanted us to film her while she was under the anesthesia because people say funny stuff.
they're not as inhibited.
But Tacy just wanted to know where everyone was, and when they weren't there, she started crying. And that's pretty much how it went. I mean,
And
right?
she complimented all of her nurses.
All of her
and the
nurses.
doctor, and how beautiful they
How
were.
beautiful their eyelashes were, and how beautiful their shirt was,
And
and
what a good job they did.
mm,
And she was just happy. But she did kind of criticize you about your driving on the way home.
yeah, well, that's just built in.
Oh, yeah. You can't, driving. There's always got to be criticism in driving.
Especially Dodd.
Dodd. Yes. Yes.
Dodd's driving.
So it's like been recovering from that and just back to work. We're getting ready for Colorado Springs next week. Anyone on here going there?
Yeah, let us know if you're going to Colorado Springs or if you're in Colorado.
I've never been to Colorado Springs. We've always the only conventions I've done there are Fan Expo, Denver Fan Expo.
Yeah,
Chad's done a few other ones, but I've only done
I
the
think
Fan
I've done
Expo.
Colorado Springs before.
Uh-huh. It's beautiful downtown. Where do they have it at Colorado Springs? Is it like a big
Well, Colorado Springs
convention
is sort
center
of
like that, or what is it like?
yeah. It doesn't have a downtown like Denver. I mean, I think it's about the size of St. George.
Okay.
So, like 250,000, 300,000, somewhere around in there.
Mm-hmm.
But I imagine a lot of people, because it's only 30 minutes away from Denver,
Yeah.
I think a lot of people will just head on down.
Yep. The first time I ever went to Denver, we went to Fan Expo, and we stayed at that hotel that was the themed hotel. Do you remember
That was
the
a
name
fun
of that?
hotel.
Do you remember its name?
It had a robot.
It was different. Each level had a different theme. And we were there over Halloween. Wasn't it the end of October?
I think it was,
I mean,
yeah,
the end
I think
of,
it was
it was
Halloween.
over the end of October. And we were on the 13th floor. and it was the horror floor. Most hotels, from what I understand, don't have 13th floor. I have not paid attention to see if that, to verify that information, but that's what I've always been told.
I'm
Because
pretty
of
sure most of them
superstition.
still don't, but
But ours was horror. And you step out, and it's like velvet wallpaper designs, and black and silver, and then red accents everywhere, and then movie posters at the end, like they take up the whole wall. What are the two little girls that were
from
down?
The Shining.
Oh, yes, The Shining. They were down at the one end of the hall, and then what was the other end?
It wasn't The Shining.
I can't remember. It was the twins, right?
Well, the one was the twins at the end, but it wasn't the twins again at the other end.
No, it wasn't. They had a different one for each one. And then they had... what was it? I can't remember. Anyway, it was really cool. The rooms were scaled back, because obviously you're not going to want to sleep very well in a room that's like horror themed. I don't know, maybe some people would. But they had those scaled back, but it was fun. Other floors were 50s TV, cartoon, stuff like that. People told us about those. We didn't get a chance to go and look at them, but it was a lot of fun.
It was. It was a good hotel.
It was nice. And then we found someone introduced us to a yummy diner. Was that Mark that introduced us to the
Mark
diner?
May, yeah.
And sad to say, we really loved their chili dogs, but it had the biggest menu I have ever seen. How many pages was that menu?
I don't know, but it was huge. It was huge.
It was at least 8 pages. I've never seen that many options.
Is that thunder?
It is. It's raining. Or getting prepared to rain. It says 90% chance. I was just reading an article about the rain that we've had lately, and how it's affected Lake Powell and Lake Mead. And
I heard they went up like slightly and then they went back down.
Well, their Lake Mead is about 20 feet higher than last year.
Still?
Still.
Oh, good.
Yeah. And it went from a tier 2 to a tier 1 as far as like drought. And don't ask me what the tiers mean. And then Lake Powell is still at a tier 2. But they said it's doing a lot better than before still. It's crazy some of the stuff they found in Lake Mead.
Tooth just said, yo, just checking in real quick. Off to grab dinner. Back later, but have a good stream. And then Allison says, hey, Chad.
Hey, Allison.
Joy's here too, Allison, so she's going to say hi.
Yeah. What were some of the things that they found in Lake Mead? They found like
Dead bodies, boats.
Bodies in barrels, boats.
Yeah, I guess so. Everyone knew that Lake Mead was a dumping ground for the mob.
From Las Vegas.
I'm not sure how many bodies they found. I know they found 3. But only one of them was like a murder victim. The other 2 had been reported drowned.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought they found like a couple of them in barrels, or was that just one?
I think it was just one person.
Just one person in barrels?
You could Google it.
I could, but then I'd have to like
Read and
get
not.
on my phone. I'll get on my
Oh
phone.
wait,
I'll
you don't have your
Google it.
phone?
I do. Colleen's sending me pictures of the rain in Cedar City.
Chet, I have a guy I met at Craft Lake that might. Oh. Okay. Well, send him on over. It's ironic that you say that, Allison, because someone just asked me today about a comic job. So if they're pretty good.
4 bodies were found.
4 bodies were found.
1 in a barrel.
1 in a barrel, but how many were murder victims?
Oh, I didn't ask that
one. Okay. Well, good deal. Yeah. Either one.
Allison said hi and you didn't tell me she said hi. Hi, Allison!
Look at how this is going to play out, folks.
I'm supposed to be the one reading them and telling you. So
Yeah,
you can draw.
exactly.
Yeah.
While I draw, I'm supposed to be entertaining
I'm supposed to be
with the drawing. You're supposed to be
Yeah.
entertaining with the drawing
with
and the reading.
talking and the reading. Well, I did find that boat was sticking straight up.
What?
Oh, it was just a boat. I was
Boat?
reading that article about Lake
Oh, you're
Mead.
reading the article. Okay.
Yes. So, yeah. So it's good that the water's come up. So it's raining and thundering now. We're enjoying it.
Mm-hmm.
It's been dry for a while.
Watch the power go out right in the middle of the stream.
Don't jinx us. Where's some salt? Yeah.
You gotta toss some salt over your shoulder.
Yeah. Or I could spit. Both of them supposed to work, right?
Mm-hmm.
I won't spit. I
Don't
have to
spit.
clean that up. That's gross.
Yeah, woman, don't be gross.
Uh-huh.
There are kids watching this thing, huh?
So we were talking about restaurants in Colorado. We were
What
talking
what
about
was the
that
one
one.
called? Was it Eat at Joe's? Was it, or Joe's number 7? Sam's number 7?
I can't remember. Maybe Mark will get on and he can tell us. But it was delicious.
Mark? I don't think Mark's gonna be on.
He sometimes does. Sometimes he does. Not often.
Johnny's on. What's up? Johnny. I'm sorry. That's a song, Johnny.
Oh, yeah.
You're too young to get the reference. Fine young cannibals. All right. There's the inks coming along
That looks
nicely.
good. So we were talking about some books.
Why are you jumping to the end of the list?
Well, you didn't tell me it was supposed to be or numbered. There's just a little star out to the side. That means it doesn't matter which order we talk about it.
We're supposed to talk about The Flash and why you hated it.
Oh, well, there was an article. So I'll
Everyone's
tell
seen
everybody.
Flash, right? Yes, I did. It was amazing. I thought I told you that.
What?
I thought I texted you that it was amazing.
Which one?
I'm talking to Allison.
What was amazing, though?
Her Lilith that she did.
Oh. Well, there was an article that I saw that reminded me of...
Oh, you want a critique?
Yes, that's what she asked for last
Ay,
week.
ay, ay.
I remember this. I
Okay.
remember this.
All right. I will send you a critique. I don't think you want one right now. Joy remembers it, but she didn't remind me. She just wants to rub my nose in it like a dog that crapped on the carpet.
I don't want to rub it in like that. I just want to say...
I don't want to rub it in that much. Just a little bit, like maybe
supporting
lotion on the
Allison.
skin or
I'm
something.
supporting Allison.
Yeah, okay, I will. All right.
You can do a
Daggone it.
verbal critique and just call her about it.
I
or
should
you can
probably
type
call
it
her
out,
'cause I don't
that'd
wanna
be
type it
faster
out.
than typing.
Yeah.
Although, okay, so does AI, if you just talk to it and tell it to type it for you, does it work that way?
I'm gonna give you a chat GTP critique. This is what Joy's suggesting right now.
I just
I'm gonna give-
wondering.
I'm not gonna give you my opinion. I'm gonna give you the random opinion of the internet.
I just wondered if, like, you know how you can talk in your phone and you can
Yeah.
text stuff and it'll record, type it down while you're doing it. Do you ever do that? I don't, but I was wondering if you ever do. Does that ever work?
It does work.
So I was just trying to think of a way to be
need a drink.
faster.
I got the hiccups. Woo! I need a drink.
I need to be in a chair that holds still because I just swing back and forth while I'm in here.
Yum yum.
I know where our girls get it from. They like to move back and forth. And I'm looking at this thing and I'm like, that's really distracting. Seeing someone moving back and forth behind you.
Well, I think that's. We talked. Okay, so I had that. Ray and Renee had me on their podcast the other week, and they use Streamlabs, which is the same thing that Crypto Comics uses.
Was that when I was in Cedar City? Because I don't remember this.
Yeah, it must have been.
Oh.
And because it was really nice. Like, everyone had their own camera. Everyone could share the screen.
So was it like a Teams thing?
Yeah, I don't think you could do it on.
Like,
I don't think you can do it on Twitch.
So did it show up like the Brady Bunch, where it's like everybody in their own little square?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
Okay.
but there's only 3 people, so like we had like 3 people on the side, and then like a giant image in the middle.
Uh-huh.
So.
And what were you promoting?
Were you
discussing?
We were just
anything
catching
specific?
up. I hadn't heard from them since like 2016.
Oh wow, it's been a while.
Yeah. And they're both artists. Like, they're not like us where one had like a steady income.
Mm-hmm.
They're both artists, and they're both raising small children.
Oh, that would be hard.
And so one of them would take like an art job while the other one watched the kids, and then like they'd swap out.
Swap.
Yeah.
That's smart.
But now the kids are old enough that I think they're
in school.
Yeah.
School started.
And then I was just like,
So then they can work all 9 months
mm-hmm.
while the kids are in school, and then do the swap off and on.
Yeah.
Well, nice. Was there anybody else on there with you guys, or was it just you 3?
Their friend, I think his name was Brent, who's a really good, fast artist. So we did sort of that whole, that show that you like at Comic-Con, the quick
the
draw.
Off? Or, the quick draw.
Yeah.
Yes. So you did that?
Yeah.
Well, fun.
Yeah. It was actually really nerve-wracking.
Well, you always hate doing draw-offs, even though you do them. I know it's not your favorite.
Oh, it says, Joy, Chad didn't tell you I love you.
Oh! Thanks, Allison. Back at ya.
I'm just leaving stuff out.
Love you too.
You guys are plotting.
It's fun.
Plotting.
Things are gonna settle down. Casey's gonna head off, and then it'll settle down, and we can do a draw night.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That would be fun.
That would be fun. Because we're going to need some type of excitement with the kids gone.
Oh my goodness. Well, Erica will be here, but she just got back today from work, and she didn't even get to talk to me. Very much.
Johnny says the Ninja Turtles movie was good. I didn't even know they had a new movie.
Oh, I heard about that it was coming out. Yes.
You did?
Yeah. I am up to date
Mm-hmm.
on all things fandom and geeky.
Mm-hmm. How'd you know, for reals? Did you go see the Meg?
No, but I want to.
Get with it, Chad. For a second there, I thought you were talking. I was like, what about Joyce Hip?
I do have a bad hip.
Meow, meow, meow.
Oh, I did know because I was like reading about what movies were coming out, and anyway, yeah. And probably this part of this thing about.
I was hoping that
Article.
Indiana Jones would come out this week on video on demand, but it did not.
I want to go see it at the movie theater on
We're too
Tuesday.
busy, hon.
I know.
We're never going to get to
We're
go.
not going to be able to go next week either because we're going to be getting ready for Colorado Springs and.
No, I have so much to do.
Yeah.
My head is spinning off my shoulders.
You were so good when Tacy was like recovering. You would go up there and sit with her in the recliner chair and draw so she wouldn't be alone, and
Yeah.
you were awesome.
And that's what dads are supposed to do.
Doing all the dad stuff.
Oh, don't see Talk to Me. It's too intense and very weird.
Huh.
I didn't know about that movie either.
I've not heard of that one.
See, look at how hip she is, Allison. She's hip for one movie. Oh, it's a horror movie. Okay.
They're already coming out with horror movies. I thought they'd be more towards
October.
September, October-ish. I
Yeah.
don't do horror.
I got to kickstart my horror comic.
Yeah. I don't do horror. I mean, if there's scary horror, like, I don't do them.
No, you guys should watch Joy just during, like, Jurassic Park movies. Like, movies that aren't really horror movies, but, you know, just sort of have scary parts.
I can watch Jurassic Park. It's a good one.
It's very fun.
But
You'll get
my
slapped.
horror level peaks at Stranger Things.
See, Stranger Things isn't even...
It's intense. It's intense.
Yeah, it's okay. Is
You
the Nerd Store
like
Convention?
it.
Yes, Johnny. Yes. No, I love Stranger Things, but it's not a horror. It's not a horror show.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know, it's like X-Files. Okay. Shall we start? You know, I'm going to try and, jeez, that's really distorted. Let me see if I can.
Johnny, we really enjoy Wasatch Con.
We do, yeah. That's what I was trying to say before you.
And this one's going to be in November 11th. So Chad will be there and I will not.
Wait, you're not, why won't you be there?
Because it's the second Saturday in November, which is when my dad has Thanksgiving dinner with all my
Oh, that's right.
siblings.
That's
So
right.
My family is huge.
Yeah,
huge,
John's
huge,
family's
huge. So in 2020,
ginormous.
we told my mom, well, she couldn't do it, you know, and we were like, we can't do the big ones anymore. Let's just do my siblings and the spouses, significant others, and my parents. And so that's still 18 people. So anyway, it's very nice versus the over 60, 70 people at Thanksgiving. But my parents loved it, though. They loved having everybody come back. But so it will be that weekend, and Tacy said she'll be my +1 for that. So you'll be at the Wasatch Con by yourself. And Erica works on the weekend.
Bet you Johnny show up and help me out, won't you, Johnny?
He might have his own. That's
Oh,
what he's talking about.
he is. That's what he's doing. Daggone
Yeah.
it, Johnny, you traitor.
I'll punch him for you, Johnny.
Smack me.
Oh, God.
No, dude, if you can get your own
Get
table,
your
get
own.
your own table, bud.
Get your own, Johnny.
I'm just playing. Allison's freaking out. She says, "Get a room."
Allison, you're channeling our children.
She's probably the same age as our children.
No, not quite. She's closer to our age than Michaela's age.
I don't think so. I think
That's what I
she's
tell
Jacob and Jenna's
myself.
age.
I know, but I just tell myself that.
You just tell yourself that.
I I think I'm younger.
Hey, Boo! Boo, she's all. You guys want to see Boo? Boo, come here. Ah, there's Boo. Oh, that's a good dog. She's not. Hasn't.
She's been clingy today.
No, we're talking about you.
Oh, I thought we were talking about Boo.
No, Boo just came on camera for 5 seconds. We're talking about you. Okay, hold on. Harley's red hair is on the side.
She said it's thundering and lightning outside.
Is that? Oh, I didn't even think about that.
She's coming down here and hanging out with us.
She needs a little reassurance.
Yes. And while I was gone in Cedar, he let the dog sleep on the bed.
I did let the dog sleep on the bed. It was a lot of fun.
Totally confused and gets in trouble.
Because she jumps on the bed with me still.
Why?
And Joy's like, get off the bed! Just like that in the Emperor's voice.
She's confused.
She is confused. And we should have some exciting stuff at Wasatch that we can't talk about yet.
Well, hopefully we'll also have your comic book at Wasatch, because that'll be in November.
Mm-hmm.
So your Kickstarter should be done by then.
Yes.
So that'll be nice.
It will be. I need to get these covers done.
Yeah. I'm ready to start decorating for fall. Get all the Halloween stuff up. Well, fall stuff.
Yes. Allison asked, is Wasatch at Valley Fair Mall? And the answer is yes. And just so you guys know, it is not a big con, but everyone that shows up, it's very much like a good con for artists. It's not like
people that come to buy stuff.
Yeah, they come to buy stuff. They come to support people. So it's not like FanX.
There aren't a lot of looky-loos.
There are not looky-loos. I'm trying to talk some of the other local creators into coming. I think a lot of people don't come to that show just because it is so intimate. But
well, and it's in a mall, so they're like, oh, that's kind of weird. But it's way fun.
It's fun, yeah. Especially that bowling alley place they got.
They have a nice little bowling alley right next to it. It's got good food. It's just nice. They really, when we lived in West Valley before, when the kids were little, we left West Valley when Chad first decided to go out into comics and go back to school at the same time. And it was kind of run down, but they have really fixed it up.
What are we talking about?
And the mall there.
Oh, West Valley. Yeah.
They fixed it up, and it's nice. And
well, I haven't been to the new nerd store because they
in Orem.
No, I've been to that one, but they got a new. Okay, so they upgraded their shop. Like they are in like
West Valley?
Yeah.
Nice.
They're in a huge area now. I mean, their store was big before, but now they're like almost in a supermarket size store.
Oh wow.
It's not like a Walmart size store, but it's big.
It's bigger. Nice. Good for them.
Yeah.
They were so helpful at Comic-Con.
Yeah.
They
Roger and Charles, huh?
Yes.
And who's their friend? Was it Josh?
No.
Was it Kevin?
No.
Shoot. We're bad people.
He's very nice.
He was very nice.
And they helped with the...
They helped all the Utah people.
And they helped me take down everything and take it out while Chad was getting the truck and
that was fun.
Trying to get in line to come and get our stuff. It was like, it could have been way, way, way worse. I dreamed of it being way, way, way worse, actually.
No, the fact that we got out. Like, you even like after we loaded up, you're like, well, should we just go home? And I'm like, no.
I didn't know what to do with the stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But where our hotel had chains and stuff, we just left it in
And
the
a,
truck.
and a full-time security guard.
Yeah,
and
we're like, oh, we'll just chance it. Anyone whose stuff we had in the back of our truck, sorry.
Jonathan.
Finding out stuff now. Did you ever get your Did he take your originals to Mustafa?
I don't know. I need to call him. We definitely need to get him back.
Just out of curiosity.
I think he is going to Colorado Springs though.
Mustafa or John?
I know, Johnny. I don't know how to fix that. Let me see.
What's wrong?
It's like it's at a funny angle.
See,
I can't get it like perfectly flat. Oh. So when I showed Boo, I didn't shove it back in the right spot. Boo's outside playing with the loudest squeaky toy she can find.
it's a green pig, and she loves it.
She does love that pig. When I was cleaning my office, I found a commission.
Finished?
No, one that I have to do.
Oh.
You know.
Well, I'm
But I
glad
also
you
found a
it.
paycheck.
I'm glad you found it.
I know, right? Yeah. Alrighty, let's do the nose just a little bit.
So when we go to Colorado Springs, we're not going to be the only ones there on the Harley team. Jimmy and Amanda are going to.
Jimmy and Amanda are going to be there. That'll be a lot of fun.
It will be.
You know, we got to hang with them in San Diego, but I like the way we got to hang. Where were we at? Miami Florida?
Yeah, Miami, where we actually got to go and
Florida
go to-
SuperCon, but it was in Miami. And we got to go to dinner. That was a lot more fun than going. And don't get me wrong, I had fun going to the DC party too.
There was a lot.
But there were a lot of people there. Yeah, yeah. It's like we talked to Jimmy and Amanda a little bit, but we talked to everybody else as
It was
well.
fun.
You know, it was fun, but it's just I should say it's different.
Did we go to Miami before or after 2020?
It was right at the end of the pandemic.
Okay, so it was right after. That was the weird convention. I should say it's a weird town. It's different than any other town I've been to in the U.S.
Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun. The convention started at like 10 o'clock in the morning, and nobody was there. You literally would look down the big long aisles, and nobody was there. And this guy came up, and he's like, I don't know why they started it at 10 o'clock in the morning. He's like, this town doesn't even wake up until 2.
And come 2 o'clock.
It was full and bustling, and it was crazy because we had walked to the convention in the morning, and there weren't even cars on the streets. And we were like right there at Miami Beach, and we were jaywalking because there were no cars. But when you got out, there were a ton of cars. Chad wanted to catch an iguana.
I wanted to catch the iguana.
I told him no.
Did you know that that's illegal?
To catch him?
Yeah.
Why?
They're like protected or something.
Oh, well, see, I saved you. I told him he couldn't.
It's either that or like they're an invasive species.
I thought they were invasive, but I don't know.
I don't know.
Invasive, they wouldn't care. So, I told him they have bacteria in their mouth. I didn't want him getting bit on his hand while he had to draw.
Full of it. I think she was full of it.
I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think he should have been able to catch these like 3-foot long iguanas?
Yes.
Bonnie
iguanas. We're talking about iguanas.
Bonnie lives in Florida, my sister, and she says when it gets cold, they fall out of the trees.
Well, they're cold-blooded creatures.
Yeah. So it's like raining iguanas.
It's rain iguana. Hallelujah.
I think that would freak me out.
I thought they were really cool. I thought they reminded me of dinosaurs.
They were cool. I just don't want to pick one up.
Well, you don't have to pick one up, but you can let me pick one up.
It will bite your hand and you draw.
Bite my hand.
And it would probably bite your drawing hand because you're right-handed and you'd reach for it with your right hand.
Dropping. I need to get. I love these things. I wish they all would point up though. Because every time I go for a marker, I drop one on the
ones that are
ground.
flat.
I should just. These things are so simple. These little holder things. I should.
See if you can
I
make
should
one.
go get one of those wood laser cutter things and just make my own.
I think Will's dad does that.
Is that what Will was saying? Is that what he got?
I think so. His dad does because he was telling Erica that he could help her make some bases for her sculptures.
Ah.
So I assume it's something like that. And I lost where I was looking for. Oh, we gotta go back to it.
What?
My article that I was reading that totally validifies what I feel about the comedy in the DC comics.
Oh.
Totally.
Okay.
Totally.
That's okay. All right. So that's why we didn't start talking about the Flash first thing. She had to go back to her page before we talked about it.
That's right.
And why did you have to go back to the page?
Because it validifies it. It's
It
someone that
validifies her opinion.
That's right. Isn't that what all social media is about nowadays? Finding people that like validify what you think, whether you're right or not, or you're in total left field. There's somebody else out there that thinks the same way you do.
Guys, see how this operates here.
Yeah. And anyway, this article just was saying how sometimes the humor that they've been putting in a lot of the DC movies is just sort of over the top. And it just kind of, takes away from the tension of the moment, or it just kind of makes them seem a little ludicrous. I don't know.
But see, okay, I thought that was appropriate in Shazam.
Well, because he's a little kid.
Yeah.
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 But not all of them are little kids. Some of them are.
Shoot. This is supposed to be blue. It's okay. It'll be a little green. This is what happens when joy distracts you. I'm blaming you.
You're blaming me. Go for it.
Totally blaming you.
But some of them do. It's like, okay, so.
So let's talk about the Flash then.
The Flash, yeah. So he's supposed to go back, and he's like noticing how his younger self, which how many years is supposed to be between the current time and the
like
time
20 years,
20 years,
15 years. I don't know.
No way he could be that old. You know what I mean? Because he's still supposed to be young, but yet his younger self is in college. And he's noticing how annoying his younger self is, and kind of having a reflective moment that, hey, maybe I'm this annoying to everybody else on the team. But they don't realize that, hey, if he's annoying to himself, how annoying is he to the audience? You know what I mean? Both of them. So, anyway.
Joy hates people that aren't like her.
I don't hate people that aren't like me. I just have low tolerance for that kind of humor.
Humor.
You know?
Humor. That's not what bugged me about the film.
Well, the CGI is bad.
Oh.
But see, that they're trying to make it too funny.
Criminally bad.
They're trying to make it so funny that it's like
you think that's where the CGI budget went?
Well,
was towards the humor in the film?
No, I think that they're trying to make it funny that way and putting it into the art. You know how you make stuff humorous with your art?
No, it was just bad. It was just bad.
It was terrible CGI.
There was nothing purposeful about it. It was just crappy. Oh man, I gotta order more ink.
Oh,
I ran out of B32.
Do I need to write these down?
It wouldn't hurt.
Okay. B32.
B32.
Okay. I got it written down. Did anybody say anything about what they thought of the CGI or the humor?
Johnny, you've seen Flash, right? Exactly.
What did he say?
So he said that the television show, Flash, had better CGI than the movie.
Yeah. I like the television show. At least the first couple of seasons. I don't know that I watched it after the first couple of seasons. I have to pull it back up.
It was so bad.
And I was very much looking forward to it.
Well, Michael Keaton as Batman was still worth it, in my opinion. Like,
I thought that was awesome.
it was awesome. Because he still looks the part.
How old is he now?
He's got to be our parents'
70?
age. He's got to be like my parents' age at least.
Yeah, I'm Googling it. How old is Michael Keaton?
You could just ask Siri.
Hey Siri, she doesn't listen to me anymore.
Siri doesn't?
No, she doesn't.
That robotic.
I know.
Bia.
And yet
Should I say it?
she
Bia.
transcribes what you're talking to when you don't even want her to be transcribing it.
Meow, meow.
'71. So he was probably like 69 when they filmed it. Don't you think it takes a couple of years before it comes out?
69. Yeah, let's see what it says here. Tooth beat you to it.
Oh.
But we weren't reading the chat. Let's see. Humor was over the top. They tried to force it. Michael Keaton Batman, yes.
Is that from Johnny or is that from Tooth?
This from Johnny.
Johnny agrees with me.
Yeah, we'll see.
I'm taking it for a Chuck on my side.
Mm-hmm.
Mark on my side. Are there any others, do you think, that the humor was bad like that? Just over the top? That have come out in the last, 7-8 years?
Well, didn't that article that you're reading, didn't it say that, like, Black Adam was one?
Let me see. Oh, I have to...
Because I didn't think Black Adam was that funny, but I do remember, like, being annoyed, like, there's, like, a family, they like, threw a family in there for some reason. And I remember the family was annoying, so maybe they were, I don't know, whatever. I don't know.
Well...
But for me, it was the graphics were so abysmally horrible. Like, I wanted to throw something at the screen. I mean, I've seen the memes where there's like a PlayStation 2 logo around the Flash poster. And honestly, like, seriously. It was PlayStation level. Actually, that's sort of an insult to PlayStation. I mean, it was just bad. It was just bad. Right? But this is what sucks, because the movie didn't do well. They nixed it. Like, that was... Like, if the movie did good, that was in the works. And now, because the Flash movie did not do well, it is no longer in the works.
On here it said, Black Adam has many examples of awkward jokes in a film that is supposed to be about one of the darkest, most threatening villains in the DC universe.
Hmm.
So in the article, it just is about how it takes away from the tension that they're trying to build, from the energy. They'll just throw in a joke, and it's like not appropriately used, or the wrong person doing it, or it just takes away. But they did say Shazam was very well balanced, that they did a great job with that one.
See, I actually really like Shazam, but it got really bad reviews.
I don't think
It did
I've
not
seen
do
it.
well in the box office.
Is it one that's going to be like a sneaker wave that comes back later? And
I don't think so. I think if there's anything wrong with Shazam, it was very much like the first movie. You know what I mean? There wasn't a lot of,
not enough variety or difference between the two.
yeah. But I still had fun. I liked the first one. I liked the second one.
Mm-hmm. Are there any other ones besides Blue Beetle that are coming out?
Did you see that DC did like a special opening in Texas because that's where Coley lives? Coley Hammer. Do you know Coley?
I don't.
I think maybe you do. You just forgotten. I know we've had dinner with him and Jimmy and Amanda.
Okay.
It was in.
He's the creator.
Oh, you know what? I don't. Maybe you weren't there. It was in Planet Comic Con in Kansas City, Missouri.
Oh, so that would have been you.
That
and
would have
Steve.
been me and Steve. Yep.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Let's see.
I know.
Yeah. Blue Beetle is DC. No.
I know the girls were kind of worried about the Harry Potter series that's coming out, how they'll handle that, if it'll be as good as the book. They're excited, but they're nervous about how HBO Max will handle that one. Getting off it.
I think they would be. I don't think they're going to mess it up.
I don't either, because J.K. Rowling is very
Protective
of her
and yeah.
license, and everything has to have her approval. And I mean, even the rides and things like that, I think she has to approve everything.
Yeah.
So I don't think they can mess up the HBO series.
And they cut so much out for the movies, like.
Oh, it'll finally be done the way it should be done.
Well, see, I was sort of hoping that Dune would be like
same.
Game of Thrones, be like a
series.
multi-series instead of just a movie. But the movie does. I love just watching that movie over and over again. Just
they did a great
graphics.
one. They did. That last one that came out was really good.
I like.
Isn't the next part supposed to come out in like November, or is it November of 2020?
I don't know if it's still coming out because of the writer's strike.
That's right.
Everything's like
on hold. That's true.
I feel bad for those guys. I can't believe they're still striking.
They need to just give it in.
No.
Not the writers.
The
studios.
Yeah. But they're not going to do it. Their whole tactic is to starve them out.
They do have the money. That's why they don't need to hold on to it as much. They can share it. Is Boo outside? That made it sound like she was outside. Maybe she's upstairs somewhere.
I don't think she's outside. I hope not. She is outside. How'd she get outside?
Oh no. Maybe someone took her for a walk. So what are some other books that you like besides obviously Dune and Harry Potter? Since we were talking about
movies. Well, I like Charles Dickens.
You enjoy Charles Dickens?
Mm-hmm. Which I'm shocked that you don't read more Charles Dickens.
I really enjoyed like Fablehaven. Did you ever read that one? or listened to that one on audiobooks?
No.
It's a teenage one. It's a young adult one.
Is that Brandon Sanderson?
Uh-huh. No, Brandon Mule. Sorry, I get the Brandons mixed up. But it's really fun, really cute. It's good for kids. Very enjoyable.
I don't.
You don't normally go for
I don't
those.
need kid stuff.
Know. But it's a good one.
All right.
That looks good.
Oh yeah.
Everything past the last film has been garbage.
I don't. I've seen. Is that the Fantastic Beasts stuff? I think we've seen the Fantastic Beasts stuff, and it didn't. The Fantastic Beast stuff. Fantastic Beef.
Food on the mind. I like the Fantastic Beasts.
Did you?
Fantastical Beasts.
Mm.
I
just
didn't
thought it
see
was
the
there.
Cursed Child.
Well, none of us have seen the Cursed.
And I didn't like
So
necessarily
the Cursed Child is not.
movies.
What is the Cursed Child?
Wasn't that the one? I shouldn't even ask. Was that the one that was first a play? And they released, like, they didn't even release the book as a book. They released it as the play score. Is that the same one?
No.
But we've not seen that one. And the movies, we're not huge fans of the movies so much as we are fans of the books.
Yeah, we like the books.
The audiobooks are phenomenal.
Jim Dale.
They have a different actor that did the British version. And he was the guy that played Sherlock Holmes' older brother. I don't know his name.
He'd be good. Stephen Fry.
But he did the British version. I've seen some interviews where he talked about that. Which I would think Jim Dale is British, isn't he? He's got the accent.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
So I wonder why he didn't do the British version, but he does an excellent job.
Well, they just have different
It'd be
licensing
fun to listen
for
to
different.
both of them. Yeah, true. Licensing. It'd be fun to listen to both of them.
I like Stephen King, even though my kids don't. That's because they're spoiled brats.
They're not spoiled brats. They're wonderful. And yawning.
Meow, meow, meow.
They're wonderful.
Say something bad about the kids in front of Joy. What was I thinking?
We got good kids.
They are good kids. do. What did I do with that other one? I put it away too fast. Need to get out the...
Do you do much with the paints anymore?
I just found those when I was cleaning.
Oh, so you'd lost them?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good job.
I need to get a TV box, and we need to order them from Uline, because all the other places on the internet, they're buying the same boxes from Uline, and they're just charging 10 times the amount.
Yeah, but if you buy it from Uline, you have to buy like 10.
You still have to buy 10. You still have to buy 10. So why wouldn't you buy it for like
Oh, you can't buy one by itself?
$25?
Did you go to U-Haul?
I went to Amazon,
Oh.
and they were like $10 a box. I'm like, I'm not paying $10 a box.
No. Shout out to Uline.
Yep. Let's see. You should turn this one into a print. You like this one, Johnny? If I did that, I think I'd zoom out just a little bit.
Yeah.
But it'd be a nice one. What was I doing? I was doing something. And
We're talking about Uline.
Oh, that's not what I was doing. You silly woman. There. Okay, where's the... Actually, I want to get... Can I buy 2 prints of Oogie Boogie? Oh, everyone loves Oogie Boogie. Now I gotta make it a print.
I like Oogie Boogie too.
Oh, yeah. You...
And it's coming up
Tim
on Halloween.
Burton Conspiracy Crew.
It was fun. You did a great job on it.
Oogie Boogie.
So when we travel, are you going to take the Olo markers? You know how you're talking
It really
about
just depends on how much room
we have?
I like them, but I do not like the fact, I don't like the fact that you can't refill them.
Yeah. But
I mean, I
they're
understand, like,
convenient for
their whole
travel.
thing is, they say they basically have the same amount of ink as a refill. There's just no way that's possible. Maybe half of one. They are juicy. They stay juicy. But I can see me running out and not being able to refill it. And because the only other place I know where to buy it is at Comic-Con San Diego, whereas like Copics are everywhere.
You can't get them online?
The Olos? I don't know.
I'll Google it.
Why don't you Google it?
I am Googling it.
Google it, woman.
You're going to get slapped.
I am going to get slapped.
And we've gone full circle. Allison! Tell him to stop. Oh, you can get them on Amazon.
Get what on Amazon? What are you trying to get on Amazon?
Oh no, that's Callian art, not Olo markers. I'm looking. OHUHU. Have you ever tried those? I don't even know how to pronounce that.
No.
Ohu markers.
A hoo hoo? A hoo hoo woo woo?
Ohu.
Ah! I hit the camera. Earthquake.
Yeah, you can buy them from their website online.
I don't know.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Use what you want. You're the one drawing with them.
I'm gonna.
We'll be that way then.
Meow, meow, meow.
Yeah. So, we were going to talk about Apple cars.
Apple cars. And you immediately were like, no way, Jose.
I would not do a car that did not have a steering wheel
yeah.
or pedals or something that I could take over.
Okay, but if you read the whole article, the article said the reason why they're not out yet is because they do not have level 5 automatic driving, and they don't expect to have like level 5 until like 2018.
Well, even
or 2028, sorry.
even if they had level 5, I still wouldn't trust it. I mean, if they had it so I could then take over, I mean, even if I didn't, just the option to like take over, because I just,
Well, now you will because they're putting the steering wheel and
oh,
they're
good,
putting everything back in.
good. Because that's crazy that they wouldn't have a steering wheel or pedals in a car. I don't trust anything. I mean, even when you're driving, I'm not saying I don't trust you, but I am an amazing backseat driver.
But think about like if you had like a convention in Las Vegas and like you've been packing and you just get in your car and you close the car lid and be like, okay, take me to Vegas, and then like you just slept the whole way while it drove down I-15. I think there's an appeal to that. I mean, especially with people who are getting older, um, where they don't want to drive at all. You know, if it's just driving them to the supermarket or...
Well, but if they ever needed to take over, then they could. I'm just saying, like, I would be okay getting one and having it drive me so long as at any time I could put it back on manual and take over.
Yeah. You're right. We're not there, but I think we will be there soon.
They'll have to, like, put something in the streets, I would think. In the concrete or the asphalt.
No.
Well, I know that one of the problems with them is that for places like here that it has snow or places that have a lot of rain, that when we do have bad weather, that the sensors can't see the lines in the road. And what if there was like a tree blocking a stop sign so they didn't know that there was a stop sign there? You know? You just went through it.
I'm pretty sure they know how to tell a stop sign.
Well, if you can't see it.
So, did you see the article about the ones that, like, they have, like, the taxis downtown San Francisco? And the one taxi drove through, like, a street that they were trying to repave and got stuck in concrete.
Oh, wow.
So, like, I think that's way more likely a scenario to happen and to continue happening than, like, say it runs a stop sign. And they know where the stop signs are now on, like, you know, Google Maps and Apple Maps. I don't know how they know it, whether it's just like...
I've seen cars that go around that have a camera on it where it's taking pictures. I don't know.
I think those are Google cars. I'm not sure.
I've seen those.
Yeah.
And it's like filming all around. I don't know if that's like what exactly it's for, if it's like a Map Earth or if it's like for Google Maps or what, but I'm assuming that's what it's for.
Yeah. I think it's a safe assumption.
Yeah. So, yeah. I'm gonna be that little old lady that like gets in her old car and drives herself to the store when everybody else
like
is like
peeking over the steering wheel.
Yep.
I'll get you like a big old giant like 79 Plymouth.
That's right.
Like a boat motor.
I'm that lady. I'm that lady.
Meow, meow, woman.
She's turning out good.
Yeah, it's fun.
Why did you put next to it telescope?
What?
/ smartphone.
Oh, there is a new telescope where you put your smartphone on it and it lets you look at what the telescope sees through your phone, and then like you can take pictures. It's really cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Are the girls cooking?
Yeah.
Oh, can you smell it?
Uh-huh.
Smells good, right?
Yeah.
I hate that.
Lemon chicken pasta.
Ugh, it drives me nuts.
So it's done when we get done.
I know, but it's like torture.
It is. We went out when Chatty Boy was taking some classes. We went out towards the Great Salt Lake. And no, it was well. We just went down out American Fork towards Dugway
Eagle Mountain.
and Eagle Mountain out that way. But yeah, so we didn't go clear over to 80, and got some great pictures of the stars and things like that. And Chad found an app on his phone that if you take a picture of the sky, it tells you where things are supposed to be and what stars are what.
Yeah, well, imagine being able to do that with like one of the most powerful telescopes.
That'd be awesome.
And then they said that, as because it's software based,
Mm-hmm.
things will get better, but you won't need to upgrade the telescope. You just upgrade the app on your phone. Anyway, for a geek like me,
That's awesome.
yeah.
In October, we're supposed to have another
Eclipse.
solar eclipse.
Yeah.
Colleen ordered the glasses off of Amazon so they can see it.
Yeah.
I'm like, that would be cool. I told her she should go to the observatory. But it's like during the middle of the day, and it's supposed to be right over like Fillmore, so we're really close.
Yeah, I think Jacob and Gemma went up. I can't remember where they went with this last one. I think it was like in Boise or something like that.
Your mom's calling me.
Oh, okay.
I'll be right back.
Okay. I'm on my own. Now it's time to talk trash. Man, that dinner smells so good. Yeah, I'll make Oogie Boogie a print. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. And there's nothing to talk about. The other thing I wanted to talk about, and Joy wasn't going to bring it up, and she probably wasn't going to bring it up because it's a topic that scares her. Is the UFOs. So you guys been paying attention to like the UFO stuff in the news? Where they're like admitting all the Area 51 stuff and Roswell. Boink. Raindrops keep falling on my head. I am going to erase some of this just because I don't want... Once you sort of draw over that coal erase with an alcohol marker, it's not coming out. So I wanted to make sure like all the coal erase that was on or around her chin was gone. I mean that can look like stubble. You don't want that to happen. These Copic nylon brushes that I'm inking with, they lift out just a little bit when you erase. So you might have to go back over your lines just a little bit. Alright, and now we're gonna do the stuff.
I'm back.
You're back, woman.
I'm back.
We trash talked you. Allison said the worst things about you.
She did not. Allison loves me. Allison and I are buds.
See, I can't even.
We support each other.
You don't even let me have my fun anymore.
So what were you talking about while I was gone?
Can't remember. Oh, UFOs.
Oh, yeah. So you think it's all true?
I don't know. Um,
Did you already discuss this?
no, we haven't discussed it at all. You're
Oh,
just
okay.
jumping in at a very awkward part because, like, it's just so, I don't know. It's so weird. Um, I guess we should start at the beginning though.
With the
I
guy.
grew up in Las Vegas, Nevada, and when I was a kid, the uh, the local news station did a report about a scientist who was like a whistleblower saying that they had UFOs at Area 51. Now, you got to remember, this is before anyone knew what Area 51 is. Like, everyone sort of knows what Area 51 is now. It's like the worst kept secret. Um, but back then, nobody knew what Area 51 was. So this this story put Area 51 on the map. It's why it became part of like American culture. It's why it's in like all the films now, where it's the secret repository of all of human knowledge. Um, so Bob Lazar was, first of all, he was one of the first people to even admit that there was a base out there in Groom Lake, Nevada. Uh, Everyone knew about Nellis and everyone knew about the test site, but nobody knew about Groom Lake. So anyway, Bob Lazar, uh, I guess he got caught. They knew it was him leaking the information. I guess because of how the government basically, when they give people information, uh, they put in tiny little inconsistencies, um, and that way, if a story leaks, they know the source of the leak. And so I guess that's how they knew Bob Lazar had been talking to George Knapp. And I remember as a kid, like a couple of years after the expose, uh, I remember watching the news, and uh, they were arresting Bob Lazar for basically being a pimp. And it was like these outrageous charges, um, and later come to find out it's all sort of just anytime Bob Lazar gets on the news, this is what the FBI does to him. And anyway, uh, but a lot of the things he said back in the 80s, uh, the government denied. They're like, we don't have that type of security system. We don't have this, that, or the other. We don't, there's no such thing as element, 115 or whatever the element was that he identified as their, propulsion fuel or whatever. And lo and behold, all these years later, everything that Bob Lazar basically talked about is not only being backed up by evidence coming out of the Air Force, now there's basically people talking in front of Congress saying, yeah, aliens are real. All this stuff that Bob Lazar basically said back in the 80s that the government ruined his life for, now this is all coming to light. And I think his story is probably the most convincing story uh, out of all that, but it's still weird. It's a weird tale still.
So why is it coming out again now?
Cause it's they're having congressional hearings. They're like, how does this program get funded? Where is it at? Do we have aliens? They basically said that they had crashed UFOs and that they had alien pilots, the bodies of alien pilots. So
So it's coming out now because Congress is demanding answers.
yeah,
From
it's
the
like,
military.
how do you fund
Well, that's why they're
how do you fund all
audible.
this stuff? But I mean, you remember in Independence Day where it's like, well, you don't think they charge $30 for a hammer,
Yeah.
Jeff Goldblum's dad.
He's
That
funny.
yeah, but that's it's like the worst kept secret ever. I think we've bored everyone to tears.
I think it's fascinating. I don't know.
But think
There's
think of
life
the
out there, I just don't
implications
know.
though, like
Yeah.
that our government had crashed alien spacecraft since the 1940s and have been reverse engineering it the whole time. And not
We're
only
trying
that,
to
but
reverse
like
engineer it.
not only that, but like to keep it not only from the American public, but like politicians.
Mm-hmm.
It makes you really wonder who is running
The government.
the government. Are these QAnon crazies? Is there something there? I mean, Brian, how we doing? Thank you. We're just doing a Margot Robbie Harley. And congratulations to Margot Robbie for, I guess, making the most popular movie in Warner Brothers history. Barbie's now like the number one money makingest film for Warner Brothers ever.
Really?
Yep.
Well, I haven't seen it, so I can't. I can't judge. I can't say. But it wasn't one that I planned to see.
You don't want to see Barbie, huh?
But a lot of people have said they enjoyed it. But I liked the Barbie movies when the kids were little. The little
I know,
animated
right?
ones. They
I
were
know.
really cute.
They were really well done.
We're like,
They were.
we were more impressed with them than some of the Disney ones coming out at the time.
Kids' dinner smells so good.
Boo's
So
asleep.
distracting. Oh, is she right behind me like that?
Mm-hmm.
Holy cow. Allison liked it.
I actually need to go. Just start getting tickets on Tuesdays because the weekends were always too busy. Have stuff to do. Just start going on like Tuesday nights. We did it that one time and I really enjoyed that. That was like a fun date. It wasn't as crazy as the weekend when everybody else though.
Yeah. Too bad that movie was. Ugh.
What one did we go to?
We went to Guardians of the Galaxy.
That's right.
Woman.
Oh, I put that out of my mind. But it was still a good experience going.
Yeah, it was.
It was just a horrible movie.
And it wasn't a horrible movie per se. It was just such a downer.
It was a horrible movie. Yeah, it was a downer. It was a downer.
Like, I wanted to go to laugh, and it was like, This one's gonna go on Whatnot. We'll probably start the bids around 100, and see where it goes from there. But normally a commission like this would be, uh, how much is it? 150 for a headshot?
Yeah.
150. I forgot the red on her lips. I did the hair, but I didn't do the lips. Lips.
So, what are some covers that you're doing right now that you can talk about?
I don't think I can talk about any of them.
Any variants? Any covers for indie comics that you can talk
No.
about? None? Okay.
No.
We're not talking about that then.
I know. I have okay. So the cons I have coming up, I don't think I have a list. I think I've just been posting
You've just been putting it on Facebook.
Facebook, but
Colorado
not
Springs.
not like a list. But we're doing Colorado Springs
Next week.
next week, and then we're doing
Cowtown.
Cowtown Comic Con in
The end of September, beginning of October. The last weekend in September. It's like September 30th through October 1st. That's in Houston.
yeah. Is it in Houston or is it in Fort Worth?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's in Fort Worth.
Alexis is in Houston, right?
No, Alexis is in Dallas, which is part of the Dallas-Fort Worth area.
Okay. It's sort of like Raleigh Durham.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Two small towns that grew into each other.
Mm-hmm. DFW. And then we have New York.
Where we get some pizza.
We're trying something different this time with our hotel. We've
Brian
always...
says Cowtown's good.
Who did?
Brian
Oh, good.
says it's a good show.
Well, we really enjoy the people that are putting it on.
We do.
They've been great.
Which I still need to call them and let them know I'm on Marvel's list.
Normally when we go to New York, we've stayed at the Yotel Motel.
Yotel Motel Holiday Inn.
It's kind of interesting. You go in and there are no people there. It's all
Automated.
automated.
Like the Apple car.
I can get in and out by myself. It's not driving me somewhere. He's giving me a hard time. But it's really cool because you go in and there's this wall, and it's just this glass wall, and on the other side are these little cubbies that you can put your luggage in a, like, just like a little tray, and then you push it in, and this mechanical arm comes down, picks up your luggage, and puts it in a vault, so that if you want to, like, leave it there because it's too early for you to check in, or maybe it's like after you've checked out and you want to go see the city until your flight or whatever, so you can put it in this vault thing. It's really cool watching this mechanical arm. Then you go up to your room, and it's really like the space is organized about like the inside of a camper trailer, where like everything has a functional purpose.
If you've ever wanted
any space
to try a small home or a tiny home, you know how you've seen all those tiny home shows? You should go to the Yotel Motel first.
Yeah. But it was, we've been there a couple times. They have a nice restaurant there. We've been there 3 times now. Anyway, so that's where we've gone. But this time we're trying someplace else. It's actually like a little suite.
Yeah, it's called Pods. Our friend Kevin.
And are they those pods like what we stayed in?
No.
Okay.
No.
We went to London, and those were like, you know how they have the storage unit pods that you can stack one on top of the other, kind of like
not
train
not
car
even remotely
things.
the same.
Anyway, they had some stacked on top, and each one was a room. The front had a total facade, so it looked like a regular building, but the back, you could see that that's what they were. And you went up to your room, and it was just long, skinny, but it had like a nice sized bathroom, a little kitchen area, and then just
giant bed.
A giant bed and then just one big window right by your bed. And it was really efficient, really cool, and it was right by the Eye, there in New York,
Eye of London.
the Eye of London, and it was really, you know, we could see Big Ben if it wasn't under construction and had scaffolding all around it, but you know, it was like right there. It was really cool. Some of these, I don't know, I think they're kind of ingenious ways of
saving space.
Saving space and using stuff is just, it's
well, that's what
not
it was.
Your
that's what it was
hotel.
like in
it's
Japan.
Kind of fun. It's kind of fun.
That's what it was like in Japan.
When you did the Airbnb.
Yeah. Just like how efficiently they use every part of their home.
Yeah, that would be interesting. And then after that is Wasatch Con, and then that is all for this year, right?
Yeah.
Kind of scaled back on the cons this year, had too much going on with the family. Hopefully things will be... Hopefully no more weddings next year, no more movings next year. It'll just be nice and calm.
Mind if Tacey or Erica got married. They just got to find the right person first.
Yeah. Tacey's still too young. I'm
Oh, yeah?
Erica's... she's going to be 22 in a couple weeks, so...
She's not young for Utah.
I know. But I think she's... I don't know. I'd give her a few more years still. Tacey's way too young.
Aziz, light. I haven't been doing any of that.
I don't know what people's favorite conventions are that they've gone to. The ones that they've done the best at, if they've been a exhibitor or an artist alley, and then also on the flip side, if they're an attendee, which ones are the best ones? If anyone has any.
And I still thought La Mole was really well done.
Oh, yeah. That would be a fun one to go to. I've never done that one. I liked like as far as on the West Coast, I really liked oh my
WonderCon.
goodness, WonderCon. Yeah.
I'd like WonderCon if we were able to go and spend a day at Disneyland.
Well, that's the whole point. You go a few days early.
Well, but we don't go a few days early. Is the problem.
We did last time. Actually, last time we went with Erica. The time before that. That would be fun.
Oh, you know what? Hold on. I gotta knock back these reds. They're too intense. Why do you got to be so intense?
So how do you knock back the intensity of it?
You just come in with a cool color and just slap it down. What I do with my blues? My blues! They're not in my hand. Oh, here they are.
So is Allison still on?
I don't know. Allison, you still
was gonna
there? You
ask
still
her
surviving,
how-
Allison?
School started. How's she doing?
Juicier C3. What are you doing, hon?
I'm looking. I'm surfing.
What are you surfing for?
The Boomer Fest.
For what?
I'm just looking at different things. Just stuff, headlines.
Oh.
We discussed all of our topics that we had written down.
We burned through them all.
We burned through them all. Yeah.
Do you think aliens are real, huh?
I think they're out there. I don't necessarily believe that they come and kidnap people and
You don't think they mutilate cows?
no, I don't. I don't even know if they've been here to our Earth or not, but I do think that there is life outside of, out there somewhere. I don't think we're the only special planet.
Well, we might be the only special planet.
Are you special?
Mm-hmm.
We're special.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. It's coming along really well.
What?
It's coming along really well.
What's Uncle Woman? I would like to do it this weekend, but I need a break.
Do
I've been running and gunning since
we got back
Comic Con, and I haven't had a day off. I haven't had anything, and I'm ready. I need like to vegetate and like watch a movie and have a little bit of a life. But maybe I will, if you follow me on Instagram, I will definitely announce it as far in advance as I possibly can.
Which one?
The Whatnot.
Whatnot cell?
Yeah. Alright, let's see if I have a different C1. Man. I only have one C1 and one C3.
Do we need to order another one? I've got your B36.
B32, huh?
Why have you done B36?
I don't know.
Alright. Do you need me to order anything else? That one that you just said you only had one of? You good?
I feel like I need to clean
Okay.
before I order anything. Because look at how much stuff turned up today when I just cleaned like right around my...
It's hiding.
Yeah. Da-da-da-da-da. Let's see if I can get this a little bit more straight on. It's getting there. Let's see. Maybe just a little bit more blue in some areas. They do. But that's one of the reasons why you get to watch this stuff. I I don't know. I guess I could do like watercolors or, but it is another level of complexity, that's for sure. But I have seen artists like Brian Stelfreeze and Brandon Peterson. They'll go to a show and they will, they'll have like their watercolor palettes and man, they can just crank through that stuff. I'm definitely not at that level yet. I should
Brian Stilfreeze
make
is
more of
amazing.
an effort, but what?
Brian Stilfreeze is amazing.
Yeah.
You are working on your inks though. Like these covers that we can't talk about that you're doing, you have been inking them and getting up, increasing your skill on those because it's been a while.
Yeah.
Since you've inked, so.
Let's see. All right, guys. I think we just need a little bit of a background in here. I think this one's ready to go.
I think it looks good. What kind of background you gonna do?
Just
some blue?
Just some
color?
spots. Some spots. Yeah. Yeah, the watercolors are insane.
Sarah has like a pen.
Yeah.
It's a pen that she paints
Right.
with.
Yeah.
It's a watercolor pen, so she doesn't have an actual brush. Well, the brush is
Well,
on the end of the pen.
they're like the Copics ones we have, but you just load them with watercolor.
And she does really well with those.
Yeah, of course she does.
She's amazing. We missed her this year.
Was she there?
No, there was somebody else in her spot too. And
I wonder where she was at.
Dominic and RC weren't there either.
It was the end of an era.
So we were all gone someplace else. Has anyone seen Oppenheim? Have you heard any reviews about that?
Jimmy said it was. He couldn't hear a word that was said,
What?
and he said that the same thing happened in Tenet.
It's because they had other noise.
Yeah.
Was louder than the people talking. I hate it when they do stuff like that.
Yeah. So he was really sort of irked at that.
That's really bad making when they do that. When you can't hear the people talking.
Well, it's weird though that no one brought it to his attention after Tenet. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the directors.
Yeah.
There are some movies like that. I hope they fix it before it comes out to video.
They won't. Well, they didn't do it with Tenet.
Well, now it makes it so I don't want to watch it. Because that just makes it makes for a frustrating
Well, you're not going to watch it
experience.
anyway, honey. It's rated R.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Alright. Probably movies now. Is just barking.
Who's she barking at?
I don't know. She's up with Casey.
It's almost time, hon.
Yep, it's almost time.
Get to go eat nummy dinner down yum yums. Dinner down yum yums. So this color that I'm using is called amethyst. If anyone's curious.
seen that Heart of Stone on Netflix yet?
The new Gal Gadot.
Uh huh.
Yeah.
Did you like it?
Uh, it no overall no, but it had cool stuff in it.
I don't know what it was. I started watching it. I got like halfway done, and I had to go do something, and it wasn't like I felt any need or any pressing thing to get back and finish it.
Yeah, well, I saw the whole thing, and it was forgettable.
Yeah. I think they tried. It just was missing something.
Yeah, I think that's a good. I think that's a fair analysis. All right, I think I'm gonna do just a tiny bit right here. Maybe just a tiny bit in the corner, and then we're gonna call it adieu and go eat some nummy num nums.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty, folks. I think that about wraps her up.
I think it looks good.
It looks good too. It turned out nice. Let me see if I can get a little bit of a better angle here. Yeah, this one turned out pretty good. Thanks, guys, for all the compliments. And it's 6:52, so it's not quite 7, which is what we normally go to. But I really think this one's done. So thanks for tuning in this week. And as always, make sure you come back. Same bat time, same bat channel. We'll be here next week, right? Thursday?
No.
No?
Oh.
When do we go to Colorado?
For some reason, I think we fly out Thursday night.
Oh, then we won't be here. So stay tuned. We'll keep you posted on socials whether or not we'll have the live stream. Maybe we'll do a whatnot from Colorado Springs. Who knows?
So I think
Anybody?
we fly out on Thursday night.
All right. Thank you guys. We'll see you later. And we'll see you next time.